Hey there, it's John with Heroes and Legends, and today we have another Magic the Gathering top 10 list for you today. We'll be looking at the top 10 most valuable foil cards from Urza's Destiny. Now, this is the second set from Magic the Gathering that actually included premium foil cards, and they were a little harder to find than they are nowadays, so you're going to see that reflected in the pricing. Now, I've already had a top 10 list for the first set, which was Urza's Legacy, which you can check out on the channel if you missed it. But one difference you're going to see within this set is the top 10 list is not really going to consist of a lot of combo cards like we saw in the last top 10 list. I think at this point, because of combo winter, which was really starting to take over the game at this point, Wizards tried to make cards not go so well together with some of the previous Urza Saga cards. But what you do find is still some really super powerful cards that stand alone in their power level, and because of which have become great commander or cube cards or even legacy and vintage cards in the future. So let's get into the list. One thing I will say about the foil market, it's usually driven by commander and cube and a little bit of legacy and vintage as well. But of course, as always, not all these cards will be legal in all those formats. So let's jump in with number 10, and it is Urza's Incubator. Valued right now at $21.98. This is a fantastic card for Commander. If you're playing any kind of tribal, you can simply pay 3 colorless mana and all your tribal gets cheaper. It's pretty awesome. So on top of that, great cube card if you're using any sort of tribal synergies, especially if you have multiple draft strategies with different tribes. Number 9 is Yog Mas Bargain, coming in at $24.48. Now this one probably would be valued a little more, but it is banned in Commander. So this is mostly seen in Cube. It's a little spendy for the most part for most decks in some of the Eternal formats, but it's a really cool Cube card. It lets you just use your life to power out big card draws to get to your combos, and because of that, a lot of people like to put one of these in their cube to help accelerate some of those combo decks. Number 8 is Thran Dynamo, and this is coming in at $24.95. This is a powerhouse. This is easily first pickable on a lot of cubes. It's just going to help you power out big things quickly. It just really, really super ramps you. Great if you're trying to power out some Eldrazi's or some big artifact creatures, or just even just some big things that might require some color to complement it as well. This is an awesome cube card and also a very good commander card. Number 7 is Opposition, coming in at $26.52. Little surprised you can get a foil Opposition for only $26.52. This is a huge cube card, and you see this in many, many cubes, especially if the cube has some token strategies or some cards that will let you put out some tokens. Once you get a lot of extra creatures on board, this thing just becomes basically unbeatable, easily first pickable, and yeah, kind of a steal in my opinion at $26.52 if you're trying to build your cube. Number 6 is Yavimaya Hollow. So now the prices are going up a little bit, $54. Another just really solid card. It's a land, so it can't be countered. It's going to come into play and very cheaply let you regenerate a creature a turn. That's pretty awesome. So helps you with your big creatures, keeping them alive, or your key creatures or combo piece creatures in cubes or also in Commander. Number 5 is Replenish. It's coming in at $65.45, and another real strong commander card here. This one works really well with the Zur decks, so you just pile a bunch of enchantments on Zur. When he gets killed, then they go to the graveyard, and now you bring him back with Replenish along with your commander at some point. So this is awesome for that deck. Not to say it doesn't have other applications, but that's such a popular commander deck that's driving the price of this one to the $65 range. Number 4 is Academy Rector. This is a respectable $70.47. Now you're jumping through a few hoops, but guess what? Basically, this is a tutor for enchantments. Tutors are great in Commander. They're great in Cube. So guess what? This is going to be very expensive. So $70 for a tutor. There's going to be cubes out there and some decks out there that are going to want this, and that is why it has such a hefty price tag. Number 3, Rafello's Llanowar Emissary, coming in at $80.64. Here's another one that it's banned in Commander. Could you imagine if this was unbanned in Commander? This thing would probably be our number 1. This is another just huge ramp card, works excellent with an elf synergy, and that's why it's awesome in Cube. If you have a ramp/elf strategy in your cube, this is just a huge part of it, and everybody just wants foil ones for their cubes. It's pretty cool. Also, this is strong enough to see play in other formats as well. It's just a very cheap, economical card. Number 2 is Treachery, coming in at 86.57. A lot of this is driven by cube. This is another awesome, easily first pickable cube card. And hey, it's control magic, which gives you an upside of you can go ahead and untap your lands after you play it. Now, it does cost 1 more than a traditional control magic, but at worst, you're getting your 5 lands untapped that you use to cast it. At best, you're untapping something like a Tolarian Academy or a Gaia's Cradle, and you're just generating all sorts of crazy mana. This card is just awesome. Number 1 is Metalworker, coming in at $164.99. This sees all sorts of play. I mean, it's great in the right commander decks. It's great in the right cubes. If you have an artifact strategy in your cube, this is awesome and will be a big part of it. Easily first pickable. And on top of that, it's seen play in other artifact decks. Vintage, Metalworker's huge in Vintage, and the price tag simply reflects that. So those are our top 10 based on the current prices. Hey, as always, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks as always for watching. This video, like all my videos, was made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Even a donation of $1 helps me to keep growing this community and creating better quality videos for all of you. Check out our Patreon page for exclusive giveaways and future goals for the channel. If you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the MTG news, spoilers, set reviews, product openings, or finance videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a good day.